was actually all snugged away, enjoying my time off, and had a call from management. Everybody know who my manager is, Roger Davies, saying that record company was interested in me getting back to work, and that was to be best of album with 2 new records. And since they were so good, then the record company and Roger felt like, why don't we go for a new album, some fresh music? And well, after 2 great songs, I felt, yeah, I think it feels good. So here I am. When the heartache is over, I know I won't be missing you. Oh, the Metro Boys. I felt like I wanted something new. I wanted to try to stay as fresh and new as possible, but yet still have a bit of covers there somehow. And these guys felt right somehow. I went in to meet the guys. It was a very small recording studio with all these young guys, and a second floor of writers. Every room in cubbyhole, people writing songs, and the most incredible energy of, I would say, a new era of music, a new time. It was very inspiring. Don't leave me this way. No, no. Don't tell me it's all. I would say one of my favorites. Don't Leave Me This Way. It's a ballad. With today's music, a good ballad will always read. It can always have a chance with modern music, and this is one. This is one for sure. Don't leave me this way. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. When the heartache is over, I know I won't be missing you. Won't look over my shoulder, 'cause I know that I can live without you. When the Heartache is Over is another great one. Good songs, good words, arrangements great. The boys know what they're doing. Well, I'm working with Terry Britt now, and the song we're working on is called Absolutely Nothing's Changed, and it's a dance move, it's funky, it's great. But it's over now, that dream over now. We're doing 2 more. Actually, there's one rock and roll one called 24/7. That one is I think it's very Stonesy and very rock and roll. And then there's a ballad called Falling, and it's a very, very relaxed song. I think it's the first time I've ever sung such a relaxed number. I just keep falling. The track Falling reminds me of my recording days with Terry when I did What's Love Got to Do With It, because it's very difficult to sing. What's Love Got to Do With It was very difficult for me to sing. And this one has been like 2 days in the recording studio, which usually I spend 1 day or maybe a few hours, you know. But today, and I've been all day working, and now we got it.
She's the best. She's wonderful all the time.
Ow! Ow! When I was first introduced to Johnny Douglas, I walked into the studio, and he was sitting there like a kid with his feet up like this, looking, and the room is full of toys. Star Trek, and he's got a picture of his little baby saying, "I feel good." It feels good. It's fantastic. He's really cute, and he's funny, and he's fun, and he makes recording a little more fun. He gets what he wants. He works your heart because he listens very intently. Whatever you want, whatever you need, I will be right here waiting. The story is a mixture of kind of gospel and yet rock and yet current. Music. It's all a mixture, all in one song that comes out quite explosive. And that was something else I wanted this time. I wanted to get back into some good rhythm and blues but I wanted it with the edge of rock and roll, and I got what I wanted with the songs on this album. I have a little bit of all of that in there now, and I'm really happy about it.
You are my beginning, my end. You are my lover, my friend. In this life, in this time, whatever you want, whatever you need, I will be right here waiting.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Okay.
Working with Herb Ritz again. He came up with The Shot, the cover for the album. It's a new me. It's an aging me with still a great bit of energy and good health and happy, and it says what's going on now, so I'm happy with it. The title of the album is called 24/7. We named it that because there is a song in the album called 24/7, written by Terry Britton, and yes, Terry Britton is back, so am I. This album for me is different because it's modern, but I'm not putting myself in a place where it's anything that I'm not. It's all the elements of my roots and my style. The words, the stories are incredible, except that it has the driving beat of what the modern music is today, of what radios can play. And I think it will take me to another plateau with the younger fans of mine, and also to older fans. It's right for today. On this particular album, there is only one guest, a very special guest, Bryan Adams, and I are doing a duet.
I can live without you.
The song is called Without You. It's very rock and roll, but yet modern, and somehow he likes it and I do, and possibly he will be touring with me, and we'll actually perform it on the show as well.
'Cause I call your name to drive me insane. And I feel the need to make my heart beat. And baby, I don't know why I'm drowning in tears, 'cause I don't wanna die.
Looks like I'm on tour again next year. What will the tour be like? Don't want to give it away, but it's a time in my life where I'm feeling like going back to songs that I recorded in the beginning of my career, of Fool in Love, It's Gonna Work Out Fine, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. But if I do such songs, I might be on tour for about another 3 years. It will be a long show, but I think it's time for that kind of tour. It's my 60th birthday, and I'm kind of celebrating my success and my stardom, and those songs were a strong part. So I think it'll be a quite interesting tour, even for myself to sing those songs that I haven't sang for 20 some odd years or so. Well, for the tour this time, I'll have two of my original musicians that started out with me when I started my career as a single performer, James and Jack, the drummer. And of course, I lost my pianist, Kenny Moore. But I have quite a few new musicians on piano and on percussions. Timmy Capella won't be with me this time, but I found another very good saxophonist and percussionist. Have two
wonderful girls, I believe. They really want to do it, which I like because it makes it more interesting when it's someone that really wants to work with theater. Actually, it's for the first time in my life, I have a star that contacted me and said she wanted to work with me.
Found out a couple of days ago after meeting with her and singing for her and doing some harmonizing and doing a little dancing that I'll be singing for her, backup singing for her on her tour. Whew. Wow. Does not get any better than this. It just does not. She is the queen. It cannot get any better.
She sings incredibly well. I made a joke. I said, girls that look like you don't sing. Aside from that, I don't believe you can sing or dance, and she does both. So I'm excited to have that kind of energy around. And there's another girl that has worked with Janet Jackson and Joe Cocker and a few other acts. And this is her first time down on the floor dancing, singing in high heels. And so I like sometimes when I have this kind of energy to work with. So I'm looking forward to working with the new blood and these girls.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone, yeah. Or anyone I've ever met.
My audience range from, believe it or not, 6-year-olds to approximately 60, 65 and more. It's incredible still. I think Mick Jagger said something like that once, that he had such a young audience he couldn't last another 25 years. I'm beginning to think the same thing about myself. I do have a young audience lately. It does seem like I'm drawing a younger crowd, and that pleases me a lot.
Wonderful. Thank you.